title, The Humanistic Value of Gratitude, a Stoic Reflection on Thankfulness and Life's Fruitful Rewards. Introduction. In a world often dominated by ambition, competition, and the relentless pursuit of more, the practice of gratitude can appear modest or even naive. Yet for the Stoics and countless other philosophical and spiritual traditions, gratitude is not merely a polite gesture or social nicety. It is a profound worldview, a daily discipline, and a transformative force in human life. In this long-form reflection, we will explore the humanistic value of gratitude, its alignment with Stoic philosophy, and the powerful ripple effects it can have on the individual and society. We will see how practicing thankfulness doesn't just make us feel good. It sets in motion a series of internal and external transformations that shape our destiny. Gratitude as a virtue in Stoicism. Gratitude is not typically listed among the 4 cardinal virtues in Stoicism: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, but it is deeply embedded within all of them. To be grateful requires wisdom to recognize the good in one's life, courage to face life's hardships with equanimity, justice to acknowledge others' contributions, and temperance to resist the entitlement and greed that often cloud our vision. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic teachers, reminds us that we should not ask for things to happen as we wish, but rather wish for things to happen as they do. This acceptance, at its core, is a form of gratitude, a willingness to say thank you to life not only when it is easy, but also when it is difficult. Gratitude and the present moment. One of the most vital aspects of gratitude is its ability to anchor us in the present moment. The Stoics encourage us to live in accordance with nature and to focus our attention on what lies within our control. What is more within our control than the decision to recognize the value of what we already have? When we practice gratitude, we redirect our attention from what is missing to what is already present. This simple shift realigns our perspective. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often reflected on the blessings of his mentors, the beauty of the natural world, and the temporary nature of life. Not as an exercise in sentimentality, but as a way to ground himself in reality and virtue. 3. The psychology of thankfulness. Modern psychology strongly supports the Stoic insight that gratitude enhances well-being. Studies have shown that grateful people experience less depression, sleep better, form stronger relationships, and even have stronger immune systems. When we say thank you, we are not only acknowledging others but also reinforcing a mindset of abundance over scarcity. Moreover, gratitude encourages resilience. When we are grateful for the lessons within our failures or for the strength developed through adversity, we frame our narrative not as one of suffering but of growth. This narrative flexibility is crucial for emotional health and long-term flourishing. Gratitude and social connection. No person is an island. Gratitude strengthens the bonds between people by highlighting interdependence and mutual support. Seneca, another great Stoic, wrote that we are born for mutual assistance. Saying thank you is a recognition of that shared destiny. It reinforces the idea that we thrive not alone, but together. In a world that often encourages hyper-individualism, gratitude reawakens our sense of community and reciprocity. When we appreciate the contributions of others, we are more likely to give in return, creating a virtuous cycle of generosity and trust. Gratitude and spiritual maturity. From a Stoic and humanistic perspective, gratitude is also a mark of spiritual maturity. It suggests a level of detachment from ego, an ability to see beyond our own desires, and a willingness to accept the world as it is. The mature soul says, I am grateful for what I have and even for what I have lost, for in both I find meaning. The Stoics spoke often of amor fati, the love of fate. This concept challenges us not just to accept what happens, but to embrace it as necessary and good. Gratitude is the emotional and philosophical echo of amor fati. It is the heart's way of saying, this too I accept, this too I value. The rewards of gratitude. When we practice gratitude, we do not manipulate the universe into rewarding us, but we do align ourselves with the kind of mindset that attracts good outcomes. Why? Because grateful people are more likely to notice opportunities, nurture relationships, persist in the face of challenges, and remain optimistic in difficulty. Gratitude is fertile ground. From it grow the fruits of joy, resilience, generosity, and peace. It transforms not only how we feel, but how we act, and that, in turn, transforms our environment. The Stoic practitioner of gratitude becomes a beacon, influencing others through quiet strength and consistent kindness. 7. Gratitude in daily practice. How then can we cultivate gratitude in our daily lives? The Stoics would advise intentional reflection. Begin the day with a moment of thankfulness for waking up, for breath, for the chance to live according to virtue. End the day by reviewing not only your actions, but also the blessings you received. Writing a gratitude journal, expressing thanks to others, pausing to appreciate small details. These are not merely sentimental acts, but powerful habits that shape the soul. Even in hardship, there is always something to be grateful for. The endurance it builds, the lessons it teaches, the connections it deepens. Conclusion: thankfulness as a way of life. In the end, gratitude is not a tool to get what we want, but a way to appreciate what we have and who we are becoming. It is an antidote to bitterness, a counterbalance to ambition, and a companion to wisdom. It does not deny the pain and injustice in the world, but it reminds us that there is still beauty, still goodness, still meaning. A grateful heart is a stoic heart, rooted in reality, open to growth, and ever aware of the fragile, fleeting gift of life. May we each cultivate this virtue, not just in words, but in how we live, love, and lead. Thank you for reading. May you find joy in every breath and wisdom in every trial.